Healing can be harsh, but we can avoid a certain amount of the pain if we know a few strategies. At the end, there's a quick little tip. I'm Hawk from Help Hawk Healing, where we're freeing human hearts. Check in the description below for a link to the rules of the mind. It'll help you understand a little more about your journey. We cannot heal what we're not prepared to feel. If you're not prepared to feel it, you're not going to be able to heal it. And sometimes it hurts. Big, giant puddles of suck that are really deep, really have a lot of muck churned up in them. But we can heal them. We can feel them. They're not going to kill us. Feelings have a right to exist. They really do have a right to exist. However, they don't need to persist, because what we resist persists. The longer we put off and hold back and keep saying no, no, no to feeling that feeling, the stronger and more it's going to be there. And one day, it's going to come crashing down. And then what happens? All kinds of things can happen. We can go in and we can find those ingrained feelings, and we can let them go. My abuse recovery method right here on YouTube is an introductory module to that, and I'm working on a full program, and I'll let you know when it's finished. But until then, the abuse recovery method uses what we're talking about here. Instead of shunning those feelings and pushing them away, feel them till they no longer need to be felt. You got a broken heart? Feel it till it's unbroke. You got an addiction? Let it go and feel the feelings that you're medicating and salving every time you use that drug or eat that food or have that sex. I'm not saying don't have sex. It's an enjoyable thing. I love it. But using it as the medication for what's wrong with you, well, that's not a good thing to do for you or for them. Anything can be used as an addiction. Television, conversation, learning, just constantly doing. We're human beings. Let's be who we are instead of do who we are. When we stop fighting and we allow the feelings to exist, they have a right to exist. They even know they have a right to exist. And all feelings are valid. When we allow those feelings to exist and say, hey, I know you're here. I accept you. And then we allow them to feel themselves out, just like a little baby crying itself out. They'll eventually dissipate. There's ways to hasten this, and there's ways to hasten this without hurting ourselves. Believe me, from my experience, if I had had the method I have now, I wouldn't be able to teach you the method I'm using now. It's simple, but it's not easy. And the reason it's not easy is because we're like, it can't be that simple. Or I don't want to feel it. I don't feel like doing that today. I'd rather watch this thing, or use this distraction, or drink this beer, or take this drug. Believe me, I did it. I did it a lot. And I do not miss any of it in any way. Thank you for pressing the like button while we're at it. Go ahead so the algorithm can share this with other people. We can all keep learning together. Being afraid of our feelings is one of the greatest stumbling blocks. And why are we afraid of feeling it anyway? I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's something we don't like. We all have feelings we don't like. But why are you afraid of it? It's just a feeling. I mean, it's literally just an emotion. And the sooner you feel it, the sooner you heal it, and it's no longer there. But fear leads to anger, leads to hate, leads to guilt, shame, blame, and suffering for everybody around us. It's uncomfortable for everybody when we're not taking care of our emotional health, which is one of the most important aspects of our health. And the fact of the matter is, the whole reason we incarnated on this planet was to have these feelings. We're not a body who has a soul. We are a soul who's using this body to learn from its feelings. Well, unfortunately, some of those feelings really suck out loud. But feeling those feelings, we can release them and let them go. Living with fear instead of in fear. Fear exists, and in many cases, it's our best friend. However, we don't want our best friend driving our car when it doesn't know where we want to go. So what we do is we let fear exist and we do things anyway. And by the way, is it fear of falling, or is it the excitement of sitting at the top of the roller coaster? You decide. It's the exact same feeling in the exact same places. Are you excited? Or are you afraid? So subscribe so that we can keep traveling together and learning together, and we'll continue. By allowing our feelings and even ramping them up, getting them intenser and more intense and more intense and more intense and more intense till the intenseness is about to explode, they finally begin to dissipate. This is an easy and quick way, and my abuse recovery method takes advantage of this. It helps us to feel those feelings in full at their absolute maximum. And I'll tell you, they swell up like a balloon, and then they let go because they can't take any more. And some of them take several sessions. But it's a lot easier than constantly looking at the bottom of a bottle. It's a lot easier than constantly looking at a syringe. It's a lot easier than constantly looking at a television screen. And all of these things are easy, but they're not affordable. You know what is affordable? Love. It's free. And the sooner we love ourselves, the sooner we're free. By self-soothing, by self-regulating, by self-everything, we repair ourselves. And that's literally what it is. It's going into our inner child, saying, hey, I hear you. I love you. Tell me all about it. Instead of, be quiet, and slamming the door and shutting it. You wouldn't do that with a real baby, would you? I would think if you're sitting here on this channel talking with me, you would not have shut a baby away in a closet. You would find that crying baby. You would bring it out and you would soothe it. Go ahead. Tell me everything you need to tell me. You cry it out till you don't need to cry anymore. And that's reparenting ourselves, and we can reframe our beliefs. Not only do we get to let those feelings go and reframe our beliefs, we get to reframe our whole life. We get to reframe our heart. Or better yet, free our heart so there is no frame. It's an incredible way to live once you let go of things and quit taking everything personally. It's an incredible way to live. But one of the very key things to doing that is to quit holding others hostage to our emotions and quit being held hostage to their emotions. Use my abuse recovery method. It's here for free. It's not perfected yet. As I said, I'm working on a complete program. However, it works. It's a combination of ancient and modern techniques. And it frees us, literally frees us of those heavy emotional chains of our traumatic past. It frees us. It frees us completely. Shatters those chains. One practice I have is every day, I am enough, I love myself, I am free, and I envision my wrist pulling those chains out and just shattering them. And this makes me unshakable. For the most part, you can't get under my skin because I've let all that go. No longer can you hold me hostage to your emotions or my emotions, and vice versa. So, thank you for sharing so that others can heal. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for having this experience with me. And now for that bonus tip. Vishen Lakhiani has put together what he calls the 6-phase meditation. And specifically the third phase of the meditation, after love, which we like to feel, after gratitude, which we like to feel, is forgiveness of ourselves and others. It's a releasing method. Using this daily, using this to begin the day, or end the day, either or, you get to touch on a little bit of healing every single day. And it augments everything I've just taught you here. I use that 6-phase meditation as my first meditation of the day. And it's so easy. You just sit down and listen. The same with my abuse recovery method. You just sit down and listen. That's all it is. So thank you for leaving a comment and letting me know what you would like to hear about. If I don't know, we'll find out together. Also, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching this video. And thank you for subscribing. I'll see you next time. I love you.